What's going on, guys? Angel Talamantes with Quick Leads Local, and today I'm going to do a special training for chiropractors, but not only chiropractors, dentists, other doctors, people in other niches. I'm going to teach you guys a lot more about Instagram. I'm going to go in depth about the 7 things that you guys need to leverage on Instagram in order to have success. So I'm going to let a few more people roll in here. So while we're waiting, I'm going to have this live view where it's just us talking, and then I'll have my PowerPoint, and then I'll also have some notes every once in a while, and then I'm going to give you guys the phone view, and the phone view is going to give me the ability to train you guys on Instagram mobile as well as on some Instagram on the desktop as well, because we're using the desktop for a couple things, but most of Instagram, as you guys know, is on a mobile device. So, without further ado, let's get this thing rolling. So my name is Angel Talamantes, and I'm with Quick Leads Local, and we're a digital marketing agency, and we're going to teach you tonight about Instagram stories, Instagram, the news feed, and some of the things that you guys need to know as you're building your Instagram account. And I know a lot of chiropractors right now haven't really dabbled much in Instagram. They're still on the Facebook kick, and that's okay. So I'm going to show you guys tonight how to optimize your Instagram. So let's get started. So first, I'm going to start with the Instagram bio, and I'll go back to the phone view. Your Instagram bio is right here. This is your bio. And there's a special way to get your bio set up like this. I'll go to somebody else's. For example, I'll just go to this doctor here. There are many types of bio links, but here is a chiropractor, for example, and what they do is they have their bio link running horizontal rather than vertical, and it just doesn't look as pretty. The branding isn't as easy, and it looks more professional when your bio link goes more vertical. So I'm going to show you guys right now how to make this happen. So up top, up here is how a lot of people do their bio link side by side. But what you guys can do instead is type it out on Notes or on Microsoft. I like to do it on Notes for Mac users because you can use the emojis. So here's what it would look like, and here's what mine actually looks like on the bottom right now. So all you would do is just put the proper spacing like that to get your bio link vertical, and that's how you'd want to do it. And what you want to put in your bio link is kind of about who you are and what you're trying to do with your Instagram account. I'll show you a few examples of people who do this well in a second. But if you want to add spaces in between, you can't just hit enter and place that in because Instagram doesn't allow you to break like that. So you have to either do a dash to get breaks, or you can use something like a period to get space. So what you would do after you get everything typed in, you would copy it, and then you would go into your bio link on your desktop, and you would print that in. And that's what I did right now. So as you can see, I'll be able to update my bio link for you guys real time. So maybe I want to add 2 spaces and 3 spaces instead of 2. I would just hit enter and add a period, and I will refresh this for you guys, and it'll show up real time. Watch the distance change. Just like that. Let me get back to the phone view. Let's say I didn't want any space at all. on the bottom. I would hit submit, and I would do that, and now I can re-upload, and it'll move. But I'm going to put it back to my normal 3 spaces. Submit, and I'll refresh. Just like that. So that's your bio link, your profile. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is your bio link. And for me, my bio link is my vlog. And what I do is vlog each and every one of my meetings with chiropractors and other businesses as well. I vlog the meetings, and what I'm able to do is scale my content. So my videographer will follow me around. He'll get video for me, and then he will cut up everything, and we'll be able to chop those videos up into Instagram posts, YouTube posts, Facebook posts, and repurpose all of that content. So what I'm doing essentially is scaling my content by recording everything in one meeting and then chopping it up into a bunch of Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. posts. So with my bio link, I want to drive people to YouTube. I want to drive people to see my content on YouTube, see my vlogs, see some of the content that I'm putting out on YouTube. But for you as a chiropractor or as a doctor, there are a lot of things that you could drive people to. It could be to your website, which without the Facebook pixel or the Google pixel, probably both, is probably not getting you much. You could drive them to your YouTube to get more content. You could drive them to your Facebook page if you guys don't have websites. I know there's this little trend going on where people aren't actually having Facebook pages or having websites using their Facebook page as their website. Or you could draw them to a landing page, which is what I do for a lot of my clients. So whatever your goal is, that's what you would put in your bio link. So if you're trying to get more patients to opt into your landing page would be that bio right there, that bio link. If you're trying to draw people to YouTube, etc. And how you would change that is you'd go to edit profile, and then you would go to your website, and you would just copy and paste it right there. And what a lot of people fail to realize, what a lot of docs fail to realize, is that they can change this a lot. It doesn't have to be the same thing all the time. As you can see for me, my latest vlog episode gets posted there. And what I'm able to do is use Facebook and Twitter and Instagram stories and other traffic sources to draw people to my latest vlog so they can consume the content and then go in the description, and from there click into my Instagram, click into Facebook, or wherever else they want to follow, and then consume a lot of content, and from there be able to know, like, and trust me, and then eventually do business. And that's the way to do that. That's how I do it at scale. So change up your bio link. Don't be afraid to test your bio link, or if you have some sort of sale, or if you have some sort of goal with your landing page or YouTube or whatever, don't be afraid to change that bio link quite often. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is Instagram newsfeed posts, especially for chiropractors. So right now, here is Dr. Steven Shoshone. He's out of New York, and what he's doing with his Instagram is using these half videos, so that when people are hashtagging and they're searching for, say, hashtag chiropractic, these words out here, they start to stand out to somebody scrolling through the feed. It doesn't look like any normal video. They can read exactly what's going to be there, and they like to consume. So here, what most people don't realize about their MD. So then from there, he writes a nice mini blog post. It actually gives people real value. There's another chiropractor that's doing this very well. very well Dr. Katie Clare. As you can see hers, she has her bio link, her bio profile vertical, and then her bio link is her website. And then from there, she does a very similar style where she has some diagnosis and how she handles that. So hammies of steel. So on the right, she has a video of her showing you how she's training her hamstrings, and on the left, she's telling you a little more about it. And this has got 15,000 views. And what she's doing is providing real value. She treats her post, her actual text in her post, a lot like a blog. And what she does is brings people value, and she gives them a step-by-step how to do these exercises, and it brings people real value. So this one has 13 comments and 15,000 views. She's got some others that have a ton more. Let's look at this one. Has 34,000 views. It has 822 likes, and what she does again is explain herself very well, and there's 32 comments. And I imagine she's getting not only a lot of traffic, but I'm sure she's getting a lot of new patients out of her content as well. So another good account is Dr. Jacob Hart. If you guys want to follow him, with he does his bio profile vertical as well. And what he's doing is telling you when his next seminars are. And if you want to get tickets, you're able to grab them with his bio link. So here's his desktop posts. They're a lot of the same, and they're branded. So when you see this style in the news feed, when you see blue and black, when you see a Dr. Jacob Harden, when you see his @ you know that these are going to be his posts. So let's say you were searching hashtag chiropractic. You'll see a bunch of different style of posts, but when you see this post, you'll know it's branded towards him because of the way he's branding his posts. So that's really one style that's working excellent right now. But from there, and this is somebody else's post. His name is Dr. Jason. I just searched this one randomly, actually, and I just wanted to see what was in his feed. And this seems like a more typical. There's not as much branding going on. It's a little bit random. But overall, he's probably providing a lot of value. And you can really tell people providing value by how much they actually post. There's emojis, there's effort, there's good hashtags, it's a small blog post, and that's what I'm trying to tell chiropractors to do right now is treat their Instagram text like a small blog post. So that's a little bit more about the Instagram newsfeed. And the next thing I want to talk about is hashtags. And this is so important because this is the currency on Instagram. This is how people actually get noticed. And what a lot of people don't do is hashtag not only proper things, but they also don't hashtag in the first comment. And I know Instagram's going to start cracking down on hashtagging in the first comment, but it's really important to have 30 hashtags, at least 30 hashtags. And there's an app out there called Lee Tags, L-E-E tags, excuse me, and you can go to your phone and you can go and download that. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. Lee Tags. So here it is. And what Lee Tags does is gives you the ability to search hashtags, hashtag categories. So here's a lot of them. Here's the most popular hashtags, for example. So here's the top 30 hashtags right here. And what you can do is click copy. And I'll go back to Instagram. And if I wanted to make a post For example, I could just go ahead and use lead tags and paste them right in. So instead of trying to think of all these hashtags, you can go to lead tags and it'll instantly let you use those hashtags. So I'll discard that. I'll go back to my profile. And we're back to my profile. And lead tags is a really useful app because I know a lot of people struggle with trying to type in 30 different hashtags every time that they're trying to make a post, and that can get kind of annoying. So what you can do on lead tags is not only copy and paste, but you can create a favorites. So you could create maybe 4 or 5 different ones and just cycle through them rather than trying to think of it in hashtag yourself. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Instagram stories. And Instagram stories right now is probably the biggest arbitrage in Instagram, because what's happening now is that when somebody comes to their homepage, a lot like this, the people that show up frequently, let me go back to my phone view, sorry about that. The people that show up that you check normally frequently, like for example, I check Gary Vee out a lot because I really like Gary Vee and I appreciate his content and his work. It pops up normally on one of the top 4 stories for me. So instead of typing Gary Vee up in the search, it's a lot easier for a user to go up and just click their story. And here's Gary Vee's story, for example. And then from there, I can check out what he's doing in his story. But if I want to go to his profile, I would just click up in the corner, and that would take me to Gary Vee's profile. And that right now, there's a lot more attention in stories because of, first being that it's really efficient to get to somebody's profile that you want to see. And second of all, a lot of the content is very consumable, is very authentic. And it's just starting to be the way that Instagram is being used more. So with stories, there are a few little hacks that you can do. First, you have an Instagram Live, and this is how you would run Instagram Live. And you have your normal mode. You have a boomerang, you have super zoom, you have rewind, hands-free, which means hands-free, you just click it once and it'll automatically record for you without you having to hold it. But a few little hacks is if you want, for example, maybe a clean slate, like a clean colored background, what you would do is take a picture and then you would hold it, having a small difficulty. Let's see if I'll switch it like this. Oddly enough, as soon as I get on a live, it's not really working for me. But if you wanted to do even black, for example, you could just point it down. And then what you can do first is up here, your ability to use your location. So you could type where you live, you could type your business, and that helps for branding. If you want to hold it, it'll turn it black and more of a gray and white. And there's a bunch of ways to get creative. You can type in anything you want. Hello. If you want to change the size, this is how you would change the size like this. If you want to change the style of the font, you just go up here And those are the fonts, and you can change the colors. And for what it's worth, if you don't think these 3 slides are enough colors, you can simply hold down the color that you want, and then you can drag it wherever you'd like, and it'll change the color for you. And then these are the markers up here. You have different style of markers. You can circle. Different colors if you'd like. And basically, that is Instagram stories in a nutshell there. But you can also go and grab your camera roll, something from your camera roll. And it won't be fitted. It won't be fitted normally, but you can pull it out if you'd like, so that you can have your stories playing there just like that. So you can grab from your camera roll, but the other thing that I like to do is if I'm making content and I'm doing good things in here, from there you can click save, and it'll automatically save to your camera roll. So let's say you were trying to do Snapchat, or you were doing content videos a lot like they do for, like this, per se. What you're able to do is not only use that for your story, but you could also use that same content as a half video, a lot like this. So you could save it to your camera roll and then create this with that same video, so you can repurpose your content. So Instagram stories are super important. You want to make sure that you're using Instagram stories and being efficient with them, and using it really to document your day, or document a service you're providing for a patient, or to provide value quick and easy. So the next thing I want to talk about is Instagram story highlights. And this is a rather new thing that Instagram has rolled out. And as you can see, I have branded, if I can go back to my phone, I have, my highlights are branded. So what highlights are, they are basically, they let you use your old stories and repurpose them. So these are some old stories that I have. So this one's called Network. So when I meet somebody, I like to tag them in it. Coffee. If I have some videos. So these are my old stories. So what people can do on your highlights is go and check out, if you're a chiropractor now, if you'd like to, you could do, adjustments, Graston, acupuncture, physical therapy, whatever. And what you'd be able to do is go in your stories, and anytime that you do something chiropractic-wise or adjustment-wise, you would be able to add a new highlight, and then just go and pick one of your old stories, and you would click it, and then you'd be able to go next, and then you'd be able to add it to whatever you would like. Sorry about that. Let me go back. And you'd be able to add it to wherever you'd like. Let me show you a few other examples that are really good. Here is Jenna Kuchar, and hers are very branded, and those are very interesting. They're very branded, and they all have a purpose. Her mastermind, her podcast, her real life, her marriage and travel. So she's able to show you everything. So let's go to podcasts, for example. And these are all posts about her podcast, or little reviews, or little pieces of content about her podcast. The same thing would go with travel. Here's her travel. Here's some of the things she's doing while traveling. So you're able to look at a lot of things and places you've gone, and you're able to document it. And it's almost like having a savings for video. And the video content that you do, that you place on your highlights, can be seen for months and months and years if you place them correctly. So these are the highlights, and how I make these icons are pretty easy actually. What I use is something called Canva, and I go to Canva and I go to, let's see if I can actually do this for you guys live right now. Let me see if I can add, where is it at? Here. Okay. So what I would do is go back to Canva, and you can choose, I love Canva because you can choose a bunch of different styles. But let's go to my designs right here. And these are where I built some of my icons. Actually, this is where I built them. And what you would do is when you come to Canva, you could choose a use custom dimensions in the corner, then you pick. And what the dimension of an Instagram and or Snapchat story is 1080 with a height of 1920. So 1080 by 1920, and you click design. And this would give you the proper dimensions of a story. So what you would do is you place your little icon right in the center, and it'll line it up for you. And then you would click download as a PNG, and you would download that. And then you would come back to your phone and you would upload it, which I will show you the phone view in a second as soon as I get my screen up. And then what you would do is you'd go to your stories and you would add it. Let me see if I can find some of these. Sorry, I got some client info in here. I may have deleted my logo ones. Looks like I might have, but I could actually do it for you quick. So what you would do, I'll do the full thing. So I'll download it here. So it's downloading. And then I'm going to airdrop it to my phone. You could also do this on Canva on your phone as well, because they do have an app, but I'm just going to airdrop it to my phone quick. And I'll go back to Instagram, and what you would do is post this. You would post this. So you would have it in the perfect dimensions and you would post this. So I'll do it for you guys quick. I'll delete it off my story in a little bit, but I made a brand new post. So what I do is do new, and I would select it, and now it's my cover photo, and your cover photo looks exactly like that. Now I could do something like camera, and boom, it's now a logo, and it's branded. You can do a few other things to it if you'd like by clicking it and going to edit highlight. If I want to edit cover, maybe I want this to be a bigger logo. So that you can actually read it because it is so small. And there. Now it's turned even bigger and you'd be able to see it. And that's how you do your story highlights. And that's how you brand your story highlights. So if we go back to the PowerPoint, and actually that's the basis of my training tonight. So do you guys have any questions at all? Let's see, we've got a few people watching live right now. Any questions at all for me? Anything at all? So, some of the other things you can do is connect some of your other social accounts. However, I don't like to distribute Instagram posts everywhere by any means because they do kind of have their own place on Instagram, but sometimes it's okay for Twitter, sometimes they're okay for LinkedIn, but mostly I'd want to keep my Instagram posts directly and only exclusively to Instagram. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any more questions, put them in the comments below. I'm going to be very active in the comments. I want to thank anybody who watched me live tonight. I'm sorry about the uniform. It's a Sunday evening and I'm just going to get ready to go to the gym. But I want to keep doing a lot of trainings like this. And I want to know what you guys want to learn as chiropractors or dentists, lawyers, real estate agents, a lot of the other niches that I work with. Let me know what you guys want to learn in the comments below. Let me know if you liked this style, if you liked me switching from the PowerPoint to my notes to showing you how to do this to an actual phone view, or if there's a better way for me to do this. Please let me know by all means in the comments. But I want to keep doing these and continue to provide value and practice streaming live. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I can't wait to do this again here soon. Subscribe to Click Leads Local. I have vlogs that come out all the time. I have a lot of trainings on other things such as Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and how to create ad images and Facebook ads and other things that chiropractors and other local business owners feel valuable. So until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching.